Using Argos reports have been a huge help for us in increasing daily productivity. We have, I think there's like 10 different schedules that run even before we show up in the morning, producing FAFSA output information for us in order to help our staff begin our day earlier. So before Argos was in place, we had one part-time administrator essentially who would be running reports for us in the morning for our FAFSA information, producing that and then handing it out to people as it was completed. And now those processes are automated through Argos scheduling. They're emailed out to everybody and they show up before we even get in. So it's helped us to get working much quicker. Just about all of our reporting has been more better and faster. The fact that we don't have to rely on one person to run a report or multiple reports and distribute those across the office has increased efficiencies. We also use it for our award letter creation for our new students. So we were able to design a new award notification that runs automatically, scheduled overnight, that produces our output, and all we have to do is actually physically print it on paper to mail it. So we've been able to produce higher quality information for our students in that aspect, as well as help ourselves not have to manage that on our own. Most of our reports that go out to counselors are banded reports, so they are formatted to look nicer. They aren't just a CSV that's generated. So it's put together with kind of a financial aid letterhead on it. So we know it's ours, what report it is, and what was run on that report. Argos has allowed us to create some more user-friendly dashboards for our staff to use. So prior to Argos, if a counselor was wanting specific information, we would have to generate something as a one-off for them and provide it to them in a CSV, whereas most of those one-off items typically come back up at some point. So we've been able to utilize those into a dashboard so they're able to go in and either just view it through a multi-column right there on the spot, pulling the term and information that they want, or they can export it to a banded report or a CSV if they wanted to save the information.
So a big part of my daily uses of Argos include checking to make sure that once the loans are accepted, that when they're originated, they are all ready to be sent out to the Department of Ed. So sometimes that includes, sometimes what happens is when a loan is accepted and then it's originated, there are things that should prevent it from going to the Department of Ed. And instead of looking at all the loans all the time, I can look at only the loans that I need to look at. I find it really easy to work with Argos and making changes and updates as our office evolves. So that way we can always be ready for the next academic year, the next aid year, the next issue that may be arising. So that way we can always have it ready for our counselors to help out with our students. We use Argos a lot for a lot of our external reports, including US News, AICCU, and WASC, which is our accrediting body. So when we are asked by the Institutional Research Department to provide them data regarding our students, we're able to go into Argos and just click a button and have all the information and data ready to be delivered. Argos is a really good tool for making data visual for our staff and our faculty members. We are having an ongoing retention committee that we work with, so that way when a lot of the questions that they're asking are about trends, are about information about the last couple years, and being able to put that information into graphs for them to see where we're moving and what we can improve on really helps with being able to move the needle. I have a lot of other dashboards that include working with our director, and our director is also always looking at the pulse of our office, wanting to know, have we completed verification on all the FAFSAs that have come in? Have we made sure that all the awards have been accepted or dispersed, and she's able to monitor us on a high level scale to make sure that all of the data, or not all the data, but all of the students are being processed in a timely manner. And that way we can work on if there's any issues as the academic year goes, that we can make sure that we get on top of it.